So hey, welcome to the channel, guys. I wanted to just talk with you real briefly about the review that I'm doing on Final Fantasy. So I'm most definitely gonna step in and do a longer review on this one. This is my first 3 hours of gameplay and what I feel and what I see so far. So I've probably put in around 2.5 to 3 hours into Final Fantasy, and let me be honest with you guys, I'm enjoying it. It's just different. I want to talk about some of the things that I like in my MMOs. I love a free camera. I love good direction. I love action combat. I love a good story. And I love for it to have a bit of speed to it. Now, not to say that Final Fantasy isn't a great game, because I do enjoy it quite a bit. It is taking me so much time to get used to this different style of combat. And you've probably seen countless reviews talking about how great this game is, and I will agree, it is it is a great game, but there are some little things about it that really just make me feel out of place, out of pocket. But with that said, I'm going to continue to play this game. And it's not because of what's bad, it's because what I actually do enjoy about it. Although the dialogue gets a little long and I am not good at reading, I'm still cool with that, because of what I'm getting out of the game at the end of the day. From what I understand, the first 50 levels and playthrough of the story in this game is a little daunting, and if you're somebody who feels like you have to complete all the side quests, it'll lead to a lot of burnout, because the game does have a go here, do that, go there, do this, and come back and talk to me, and then we'll do it all over again. I understand that that's just how MMOs go, and the role-playing side aspect of it is just that as well. You have to build the story, you have to level your character up, do side missions, and things of that nature. I get that. It's cool. But the biggest drawback for me was these cutscenes didn't always have character-to-character dialogue, so it kind of required you read a lot of the text and trying to get in character and, be both parties, or read with the excitement and energy in which you were being told the story, which is cool. I could use that with my imagination. However, I don't feel like that is very immersive. I've always enjoyed a game that kind of gives you the dialogue back and forth, maybe gives you options to choose to change the dialogue. But what I've been told about it is it does get better in the second expansion. So once the newer expansions released, there was more dialogue between characters, less reading, more audio, which is honestly what I really want from a game to pull me into it and give me that immersion. So what was really cool is I ran into a few areas that had fate events, which I thought were a pretty interesting and nifty part of the game, because they're just world events that multiple people can take part in. So I wasn't aware that these were a thing, so it was really cool to actually see what it did. There was a time limit. You had to destroy so many of these little guys in order to get your reward of experience, or this, that, and the other. So kind of like, even though I'm low level and I'm just running around doing missions, I still kind of could get sidetracked and do some fun little interesting things that would still yet give me experience and other bonuses in the game. I think that's really cool. Well, sometimes during the cutscenes there would be audio. You'd be talking to a person, and then they'd be talking, and then they'd be talking in the background, so it got a little confusing. I think that's just where it's the early stages of the game, a few little unrefined pieces of it, where the dialogue just didn't match up to what was going on in the scene, or there was just extra dialogue in the background that was kind of distracting, that to me didn't really fill in any gaps in the story. We were able to get dialogue in a cutscene, which was really exciting, because like I say, that's the immersive part of the game, when you get to watch it as a cinematic and you get to hear everything and you get to experience in like an auditory visual way. I really want that. I need more of that, but sometimes the audio just kind of gets out of place. What really gets me is sometimes combat's just a little weird, a little buggy. Like, I don't know, I felt like I was within range to attack a guy, that I wasn't in range, then I was in range, and I don't know, like, I'm hoping that by in-game, some of the bigger events that take place, combat doesn't feel so, click a button, move a little bit, click a button. It just gets, I don't know, it's redundant. It didn't feel special. That's one thing, like I say, I love action combat, because in action combat, I really feel like I'm a part of the battle, and I'm not just a stationary person swinging my spear, stabbing, trying to combo, stab. And I have a strong feeling that this gets better the longer I'm in the game, the more experience, the more time I have with the game. Combat's going to change in a lot of different ways, because I'll be stunning or dodging AoEs and things of that nature, but early game, it is dry, and it is hard, and it is just, I don't feel like I'm doing anything other than looking at the screen and clicking a few buttons. I don't feel immersion in that part. But hopefully in game that'll be a big change for me. What I do really do like about this is that there is a lot going on that I have absolutely no idea about, which makes me want to continue to play the game even more so I can uncover and see where is this going? What is the lore? What's the story? What's really happening? Because even though they're telling me the story as we go, I don't always feel like I understand the direction, and I want to see it come together. They've done a great job in building a story that does that gives you the wonder to say like, oh, what is this? What does this mean? How did we get here? And they're slowly filling in gaps. So spectacular job in making me want to continue to play the game so I can just see what happens next. It's just, I feel like these cutscenes, these parts of the story are a little spread out, and they could be so much, I don't know, there's just so much filler in between before the next time that I see a big event that has to do with the actual storyline and what's going on in this universe and the lore of the game. And as far as controls go, it's laid out very well. I just tend to suck at these types of games where, you know, I would prefer to have a joystick like my controller to play this style. It just, those games feel really natural to me. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with the controls. Once I get them down pat, I'm kind of okay with it, but then I'll kind of flub up and mess up and not dodge the way I want to. But it's the camera angle piece of it. I'm just so used to being able to change my camera angle just by moving my mouse. I don't have to click to do that. I don't have to zoom out to do that. And it just made me feel unnatural sometimes while playing the game. But I will say, like, I'm happy with what I'm getting. I just wish it was more like what I've played before. The combat is clean. Like I say, it's well refined. You've got a lot of special skills that you get to use. And I haven't even got super far into the game. I'm just still stuck sometimes on, oh god, I'm walking forward instead of backwards and I just took damage. Like, I'm bad at games, and I guess maybe that's my problem. Another thing that seemed quite interesting in this game was the way they do housing in this game. So a viewer of mine really highly recommended that I go check out this area and see what was going on here. I ran the opposite direction, and he made a point to say you need to turn around and go back. So I am to understand that the most exciting and the most content-rich part of the game is the housing system. Now, I have absolutely no idea. I didn't have time to dig into this right now. But what I hear is that you can do some insane, extravagant things. And if you guys want to see some content around that, please let me know. Give me a shout. Drop it in the comments, whatever the case may be. Because if it's worth it, I'll look into it more. If not, meh, let's move on. While I was running around, I got to watch. I was trying to take part in this level 50 hunt event that was going on, but there was so much freaking crap going on the screen, I couldn't figure out what the heck I was supposed to do, and ended up, I don't think I dealt any damage to the behemoth himself. I tried, but I couldn't see. It was really flashy, and I got to figure out how to turn that crap off so I can actually see what's going on and actually, you know, be a part of events like that. But that was really exciting, and those are the pieces of the puzzle that really come together and make me want to play this game more. I really crave the storyline and the end game of this to really see where it lands. So I'm just going to call it this way, guys. I'm going to say it this way. Now, as you can see, there's a lot that I like and a lot that I don't like. I can't really make up my mind as to whether or not this is a great game for me to play. As always, I highly recommend you play the game. Go get your free trial if you've never played it before and see what you think about it. In my opinion, it's worth picking up and trying. Is it a lot different from what we've played in the past? Me personally, yes. Is it still refined and great and offering you a lot of different things such as the fate events, the hunts, the story itself? Uncovering the story is becoming something really exciting for me, and honestly I want to play it more because I want to see where this game goes. I want to see how this all unfolds. The housing part, super cool. I've never been big on housing, but I've seen some pretty incredible mounts and some decor that just seems like it would be interesting to check out at the least. And I know people are having some type of fashion war in this game. I guarantee it. But all in all, Final Fantasy does seem like it's going to be a lot of fun and an engaging game. The dialogue may be a little dry right now, but I've gotten confirmation that once we get past level 50 and we start going into some of the extra content, things change a lot. and I'm excited about that, and I can't wait to really see how this game goes. Guys, this was just a quick overview. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll see you all on the next one. Be good.